On my 2012 Seat Ibiza 1.4 SE, I'm going to show you how I change the light bulbs in the courtesy light inside the car, or the interior light, whichever you want to call it. This particular model has got three bulbs. It's got one on the left side, which is a map reading light. It's got one on the right hand side, which is also a map reading light, and it's got one in the middle, which is the courtesy light, which comes on when you open the door, or you can have the light switched on anyway, like so, or off altogether. Now the bulbs in there, the two outside ones are pretty standard 501 capless bulbs, and they're standard in lots of other fittings on the car as well, and all they do is just push straight in and pull back out again. The centre one is a festoon bulb, and it's an Osram K5618, which I believe is a standard number 264/265. But what I would suggest was, when you go to your local garage, just take the old one with you when you buy the bulb, just to make sure you get the right one. But it's a 10 watt anyway, 12 volt, 10 watt. To get the actual bulb out, you need to just put a screwdriver up underneath the lens. Don't poke it in too far, because you don't want to actually remove the light unit itself. So I'm going to need two hands for this really, so I'm going to prise that down. Just going to move the camera down so as I can actually do it. So I'm just going to poke that in like that and pull it down. I've just pushed the handle of that up to pull this down. I'll get my fingers behind it, and you can feel where the lens, actually, this cover is actually coming away from the actual light fitting. Just pull it down gently, and it just unhinges like so. And what you've got two little plastic tabs, if I can get it shown on the camera. Right, these two little tabs here. There's one the other side, and then these little bits here, when you push it up under like so, go into two slots under there, so it actually just sort of falls into place. That's the actual lens itself, the actual lens cover itself. Okay, so now that's off. The next bit is to remove the bulbs. Now, as I said, the two outside ones are just standard 501s. Now the problem here is my hand's going to be in the way, but if I just zoom in on it like so, effectively all it does, just to make sure it focuses in okay, I'm just going to get hold of it, and I just literally just pull it out straight towards me. No twisting, no turning. And what it is, it's difficult to do this because it's upside down, it's one of those type bulbs. And if I just move the bulb away, you'll focus again on the socket, and you can see that it goes in, slots into the hole. So all I've got to do is lift it up. I can't see what I'm doing here, so I'm just going to do it by feel. Once I think it's in the slot in the correct orientation, for want of a better phrase, in fact, there we go, just push it in and it's back in place. The one on the right is exactly the same. Just going to test it, and that's there working like that. Now the centre one, which I'm just going to move the camera about so as you can see that just a little bit better, actually is held in by two metal, they're like springs which come down either side, and there's two little holes in it, and you can probably see by the shape of the bulb, if I zoom in on it, you can probably just see that there's little points on the end, and they go into the little holes on the end. So to remove that one, just put your finger on it, push it to the right, and then it just comes out like so. I'll just zoom back out so as I can show you the bulb again. There we are. It's what you call a festoon type. You can just about see that with it focusing on it. Okay, 41mm wide that is. So to fit this one back in, fit the festoon bulb back in, the two pointed bits go in the two little holes on the end of the metal tangs that hang down. I just zoom in again a bit. That's the two contacts. You can just see the holes in the end, and the bulb goes in the middle of those two holes a long ways. It's a bit fiddly to put it back in with one hand like I'm doing here with the camera, so I've got to lean over and have a look. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. So I'll just get one end located and lift the other one in till it just drops into the slot like so, and I'm just going to test it. There we go, bulb comes on and back off again. Now to fit the lens back on again, I just have to locate, bear in mind that is the front of the car, there's the mirror, so the light goes that way. The two little tangs go in the back and they go into the back of the light unit first. They just locate in, and then you just press the front and it just slots into place like so. So again, just a little test to make sure they're all working all right. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's that one done. The next one I'm going to do is the one inside the boot, which is on the left hand side, and that uses exactly the same bulb, the festoon type bulb. So I'm going to get out the car, go around to the back now, and I'm going to open the back up and show you how that one comes out as well. So we're inside the boot now, and as you can see on the left hand side we've got the light unit. Now again, you can use a small screwdriver to prise it out, or you might be able to get your fingernails around it. So we on the front end, put your fingers round the back, just hook your nails round, and you just pull out the light, the whole unit like so. Now to get it away, to make it easier, we have a little connector here. If I just zoom in on it, and to remove it, what we do is we just push the two plastic tangs in and pull the lever, the wire connector back. Don't pull it by the wires, use the plastic, and don't let the wire fall inside the slot. Now this bulb comes out exactly the same as the one on the interior of the car. It's just a little bit more awkward to get at because it's inside a little casing. Be careful because it might be hot. If it's been on, you might burn your fingers. Okay, to get the bulb itself out, I'm just going to need to pull one of the metal tangs a little bit away because there isn't room. That just frees the side of the bulb and it just comes out as normal. And exactly the same bulb as in the front, 41mm, so it's a K5618 type 264 5. And to put it back in, just put one end back in the hole again, and we may just have to just push it and it just clicks into place like so. And we just got to reconnect the wires on the back. So that just plugs straight in, the bulb comes on straight away. And then to fit the light unit back into the car, just feed the wire, the socket back in behind the plug, put the back end in first, right in, and just clip the back end, the front end back in forwards. And there we are, quite straightforward. As I say with all these jobs I do, they're quite straightforward. I've been doing lots of things on cars, simple things on cars for a long time. But if you choose to do it yourself, then obviously you do it at your own risk. And if you break anything or injure yourself, then I can't be held responsible for that. So there we go, quite straightforward. Hope you manage to do that all right yourself if you choose to do it. Good luck and thank you for watching. Bye then.